Alright, we're going through some cat rods today, what you need for different species of catfish. Our first one up is an 8-foot medium action fin chaser made by Akuma. It's 8-foot medium action, 12-pound test. It's got a Akuma reel on it. It's made by Akuma, so it's got to have a Akuma reel on it. But this is a channel pole. It's a little bit lighter action. It's medium action, 8-foot. It's a little bit more than what you'd want, but it will work for channels. It's a little bit long for channels. I like to use a 6 to 7-foot medium action for channels. Setup on it, real simple. Just a sliding sinker, a barrel swivel with a clip for your hook, and I forget what hook that is, but it's a circle. So this is for your channel cats. Our next rod is a 8-foot heavy action quick stick made by South Bend. It's a 8-foot medium or heavy action. Sorry, this is for your blue cats and flatheads. It's got a rhino bait sensor, bait runner on it. Those are very rare to find. I actually got away with a steal on this. I paid $20 for this whole setup that I've got in my hand right now. I've got 30-pound line on it, 30-pound strength. That's what I like to use on the spinning reels. I use a braided line on my bait casters. My setup on this one is I was fishing in some current, a little bit of current. I didn't have a big enough sinker, so I put 2 sliding sinkers, and there was pike where I was fishing, so I had a leader on there in case I hooked into one. It's about 1 foot long, and I got a 6/0 circle hook. I was fishing for flatheads, but you never know where I was fishing. There's a bunch of pike, so I put the leader on there so they couldn't break it off. This is a blue or flathead rod. It's more of a boat rod because it's not long enough to really fling your bait way out there. So it's a good rod for 20 bucks, which is what I paid for it. Next up is, I already did a video on this one, but it's a screwed up video. I'll probably delete it. Beach comber. It's 9-foot medium action. I like to use a medium action for my bobber pole because I can fling it out there when I'm using sausage or like a smoked sausage or Polish sausage. And I've got 20-pound test on this. My setup is a bobber. I've got my bobber stopper up here. Then I've got an orange bead and a little bit smaller green bead on top of that. Then a tattletale. What a tattletale does, if you don't know, it lays down in the water like that so that your line doesn't get tangled up in your hook. And it also tells you when the fish is biting because it'll pull on this and hit up like that. And you'll see the tattletale move before the bobber actually does. And then I got a sliding sinker underneath the bobber. And I got about a 6-inch steel leader and a 7/0 J-style hook. I use a J-style when I'm fishing with a bobber because I seem to have better luck with the bobber with a J-style than a circle on the bobber. My reel on this is a BFS Twister 65. It's BFS's version of the Shimano 6500. I haven't fished with it yet. I just bought it right as fishing season really ended for me. As you can tell, it's got a nice loud click to it. I'm going to hear that late at night when I'm fishing because I can't see my bobber unless I have glow sticks on it. But that's a blue and flathead rod there. Even though it's a medium action, but that's how I use my bobber poles. Next is a 9-foot water eagle made by Eagle Claw. It's 9-foot heavy action, 30-pound line on it. My setup on this one is a floating rig underwater. I've got a 3-ounce no-roll sinker, a bead, barrel swivel, about a foot leader out of the same monofilament line I'm using on through the line, or through the main line, and I put a bobber in the middle of it. So when the bait's on the bottom, it's on the bottom, sitting there, the bait will actually float up in front of the fish's eyes instead of laying on the bottom. It floats up so that it's eye level with the fish. Sometimes I like to use that better than anything else. The reel on this, I don't like the reel on this rod because it's not very, it's older, worn out. This rod is probably 6 years old, and this reel is worn out. You can tell it's seen better days. It's a, I don't even know what it is. It's a Eagle Claw Eagle XR 150. You can tell it's had some better days on it. It drag barely works sometimes, and it'll backspin on you and throw its line all out when trying to reel in. So when next time I get out to Westside Bait, I'll probably buy a BFS for it, BFS or a Kuma 50. But that's cat rods that I use when I'm out fishing for blue cats, flatheads, and channels. So thanks for watching.